In this video, we're going to look at how we can make GIF animations, and specifically, how can we assign them to students so that they can show us what they've learned through this kind of project. Now, you can either call them GIFs or GIFs. Typically, we've called them GIFs, but GIF is now becoming more prevalent. It's GIF. It's this type of file extension. It's for a type of picture that can be created into an animation. And there's several other formats that they can be created into. But as an animation, you could take several frames, put them together, and you'd have a repeating looped picture, and that's what we get here. So before we get started, we're going to look at an example, and if it fits what you would like to do, then continue watching the video, and you can see how to make one, or instruct your students how to make one for a project. On the screen, what you're seeing is an animated GIF file that was made as an example for the students to see for what we were looking for when we were looking at the fields of biology. This is an activity that we did. And the students each had their own field of biology. This one's environmental science, and they were inspired to go out and get pictures and apply text to it as an overlay. And what I had my students do is then take this and put it into Padlet. As you can see here, you can see that they posted their GIF, and you can go through and you could look at the different kinds of branches that students had looked up, and they gave each other comments and stars for whether they liked them. And as you can see, it's still taking some time for these to load. To have their individual presentation put up on here. Of course, there's no audio to it. All it is a single set of slides, images put together, some text to explain what they learned. So let's look at how we got this animation to be created. I'm just going to make a new one really quickly here to show you how to do this. Here I have 4 pictures of my cat. So you can use this with any pictures you want. Of course, if you want the students to go through and put text overlay, they can use like Google Draw or Google Slides, and then get an image. They can screen capture the image or whatever they need to do. But add some text to it if that is what your project is. Maybe it's an art project and you want to have a series of photos together anyways as a collage or slideshow. This is just one way that you can use this as a product to show off what they've done. Having all the photos in one place on the hard drive is really helpful. So if they're using Chromebooks, they can have this all in one location on their Chromebook, and they can use those to upload it to a website. The website that I use is gifmaker.me. There are several different kinds of GIF makers. You can just do a Google search for them, and they start listing here, but my favorite is this one, as I just mentioned. And it's super easy in order to get this to work. All I do is click the Upload Images button. Select the photos that you want. Here are my photos of my cat. Select all 4 of them, click Open, and it automatically downloads, or uploads those rather, to this website. It doesn't store them forever. It only stores them temporarily until you get your pictures uploaded and your GIF created, and then it deletes those images. So there's no saving and coming back to this project later. You literally need to have your pictures designed and ready to go immediately. Now, as you can see here, the picture is being animated. Now, it's really fast. Perhaps it has text on it and you need to slow it down. There's animation speed that you can adjust how fast those happen. Now, notice it's in milliseconds, so 2,000 milliseconds would be 2 seconds, which might be still kind of fast for the pictures. But since there's no text, it might be okay. Can go 3 seconds. There we go. Some of the things that are on the menu here, you can decide how many times you want it to repeat. Keeping it 0 is infinite, so that once the file is made, it continuously does the same loop over and over again. You could use music. I've never done that before, but you can always try that out. Now, you can also change the order of the pictures. Maybe you want to have this one up the top, and maybe you want the Christmas one at the bottom, so that way it'll be in the order that you need. If you needed to have one repeated, maybe you want to have the first one longer, you can add that image again. Click on Upload. Maybe you want that summary one a second time. Upload it again. And this will allow us to have it extended. So that first picture will be extended a little bit. So that's a little tip that you can give the students when they're making these projects. So maybe they have like a title slide or a slide with a lot of text. If they put it in there twice, you can make sure that it's up there twice as long as all the others. Once you're satisfied with what your image is going to look like in the control panel here, you can go ahead and click Create GIF Animation. It just takes a few moments. The more pictures you have, the longer it takes. And you have some options. You can download the GIF, which I would have students do, turn that in as a file, or maybe if they're going to post it to Padlet, download it to their Chromebook or their computer, their Mac, or whatever they're using, and then upload it to Padlet or whatever Google Classroom that they're using, because the link that they give you, if I click on View the GIF, that link will only last, as it says on there, 3 hours. Just very temporary. But there you go. You've now created an animation. You can imagine the power of this. If you have something to show a sequence, like step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Students can show this, or if they're modeling something that has various steps to it. You can use this to do that. So creating a GIF is just one quick way that students can show you what they've learned. It's not meant to be a huge presentation, something they can, new topic that they want to explore, or if it's a topic that you have that has many different avenues for the students to go out and learn something, this might be a way of doing it like I did with the different branches of biology.